That's a direct order. Do it now.
He's been put down, ripped off, cut open. Now he's unleashed. The American insurgency starts now. This is Rusty Humphries, Rebellion Radio.
Well, hello and welcome. It is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. We are powered by right-wing news, brought to you, and you can watch us on Liberty One TV. And today is another day where it is so important that we do not empower these big social media companies, because they are doing everything they can to foster the Democrat Party that is committing treason right before our eyes. Please follow me on the HearMeOut app. By the way, just a little thing, and I don't want to get the algorithms going, so let's just say I was on an app that had something to do with my face, and they had a book or something, and I had a few pages on there. Every single one of my news stories that I posted for the past couple of years disappeared in 1 minute. I don't know what happened. I saw that, this looks like spam to us, and they destroyed all of my pages. This is dangerous. I am sounding the alarm. I am shouting from the rooftops. Please, please, I'm telling you. I'm warning you. Please follow me in the Hear Me Out app. Just go to your phone, download it on the phone. Find me, Rusty Humphries. Just type in hashtag Rusty. You'll find me. And my picture has a little plus. Click it. Then you're following me. And go there every day. I'm going to upload stuff every couple of times a day. I'm telling you, we are in a very, very dangerous time. And the Democrats, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on the Democrat Party. Shame on those who would encourage a coup d'etat in our nation. So there's, we can talk about the Grammys. Oh, the Grammys sucked. What a shock that is. Why did it suck? Because they've got political and nobody cares about what Hollywood and the musicians have to say, okay? They're crooks. We know it. There's no shock there. The importance is this FISA memo. And we have a pretty damn good idea of what is on this memo. What we know, and we're going to find out, but what we're pretty darn sure of is they made up the phony dossier on Trump. Hillary paid for it. They got the traitor John McCain to give this to the FBI. They lied to the FBI, and the FBI was complicit. Oh, you can't say anything bad about the whole FBI. I'm not talking about the whole FBI. I'm talking about a few people. And a few people can do a lot of damage. What do I think about the number 2 man of the FBI quitting? Good. We got to clean out house. Trump should have just come in. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. Just like Democrats do when they come into the Oval Office. They fire everybody. But no, Republicans were too nice. We want to get along because we think if we just try a little bit harder, Democrats will come along. No. No. Bad. So then we know that people inside the Department of Justice, people inside the FBI, and I believe it goes all the way up to Barry Soetoro himself. And yes, I'm questioning the birth certificate. I question everything with these people because they don't care. Lying, cheating, stealing, breaking the Constitution, treason. It doesn't matter as long as they get their liberal ways and they can destroy our country just a little bit more. And then the Democrat Party. Instead of being the virtues of citizen rights like they're supposed to be, the ones that really, really care Now, they had a lot of problems when we were trying to stop illegal terrorists from bombing our country. They said, you can't go after those people. We got to have a FISA court and bring as many in as you can. And so we've had bombing after bombing after bombing after bombing after bombing. And what do the Democrats do? They ain't seen nothing. All they see is votes, because that's all they damn care about. Votes and your money. That's what they care about. So then we're going to release the Republicans go, okay, we're going to release the memo. Which, by the way, what did the Democrats say last week? Oh, that's a Russia thing. You lying sacks of crap. Now, let's remember, we're going to go over this again, and we're going to go over this every single day. Democrats are going to try to manipulate the masses using emotion. Okay? Watch it. We will stop the tape, and I will point it out. Because they know people aren't going to be paying attention enough. They're looking for headlines. The headlines is what most people pay attention to, and that's it. All right. Billy says, you're nuts, but in the right way. Thank you. Jessa says, release the true memo. Dave says, thanks, Obama. Let's see here. Laura thinks, says, it looks like a lot of them running scared. Tim says, time to storm the Democrats. Forrest says, their true voices are showing. Jenna says, please calm down, Rusty. It's not worth having a heart attack. I'm not going to have a heart attack. What I'm going to do is point out these people who are criminals and are supporting criminal behavior. They're going to try to come up with some word. No, these aren't illegal immigrant children. These aren't children whose parents were criminals, whose parents had the legal responsibility for them. No, they're dreamers. And the parents just brought them over without documents. That's what I keep hearing Shepard Smith on Fox News say, without documents. So if I rob a bank, it's just an undocumented withdrawal. I just didn't have the documents. No, you never had the documents. You didn't forget them back in Guatemala. And the Democrats will lie and cheat and steal because it is in their interest, because they want to fundamentally change America. And I want to change it back. We had too many years of Obama and the Clintons and the Bushes too, screwing up this country and taking it down a path that we didn't need to go into. Okay. So they say, well, is there any new news? Yes, the news is, and here's how we're going to tell the story. The news is the Democrats want to defend treason. What did Obama know and when did he know it? That's the question. Over and over. What did Obama know and when did he know it? What did Hillary know and when did she know it? What did Bill know and when did they know? But what difference at this point does it make? Is what they're going to say. Hillary didn't win. Yes, but they planned on Hillary winning, and that's why they broke all of these laws. That's why they couldn't give a rat's ass about a fellow citizen. And whether you like Donald Trump or not, this is dangerous. The Democrat Party weaponized the Department of Justice. They weaponized the FBI. They weaponized the IRS, not against enemies, foreign and domestic, against American citizens with whom they politically disagreed with. This is as bad as it gets. Watergate is nothing compared to this. Nothing. Watergate is like, 1 second of what these guys did. Let's remember, 12 minutes of tape that they couldn't find Nixon erased. 12 minutes. Hillary got what, 50,000 emails? 300,000? It is so far beyond the pale. This is Benedict Arnold stuff. Lark says they knew from the beginning. I know that. That is correct. Obama helped plan it, says Candy. I agree. Yeah, Ron says, yeah, he saw it on TV. Ha ha. He knew it all from the beginning. That's right. John says, treason. Barry spied. Yep. Johnine says, lock him up. John says, lots of treasoners. Yes, when are we going to hear from Obama, says Madeline. Oh, he's too busy with David Letterman, looking cool. Hillary's too busy with the Grammys, reading a phony book about Trump and laughing. All right, so let's take a look at the criminal behavior of the Democrat, the complicit behavior, the complicit Democrats on treason. And we're going to stop and point out their lies and stop and point out their attempt at manipulating you. Here we go.
I made a secondary motion that prior to the public release of either memoranda, that the FBI and the Department of Justice have the opportunity to come and brief the entire House in a classified session on both memoranda, on the underlying facts and the underlying materials, so that the committee could make a responsible judgment as to whether the memoranda should be made public. That motion was voted down by the majority.
Yes, it was. And why? I mean, it sounds very reasonable. Again, listen to what they got. They don't have Maxine Waters out there screaming and yelling, right? They don't have the normal kooks out there. They got Adam Schiff, who is, looks reasonable. And he looks, like he cares. He's just a reasonable guy, this guy, right? Because what they're trying to do now is manipulate you and make you think, well, gosh, we should hear both sides. The FBI, why wouldn't you want to hear from the FBI? And why wouldn't you want to hear from the Department of Justice? Don't you want to hear both sides? No. Why? Why? You just a hater, Rusty? No. Because these are the people that committed the crime. These are the guys that did it. It's just like when they had Barney Frank write the rules after the whole housing crisis, when he was the guy that helped cause it. That's how stupid and mental the Democrats are and how stupid they think you are. Golly jeepers, we're just going to have a nice talk and talk about why the memo from the minority should be heard too. Because you guys lie, cheat, and steal. You'll say anything, you Democrats. You'll say anything you possibly can to get yourself out of it. And you'll have the media there backing you up. Not this time. Do you agree with me? Am I right? Thumbs up. Am I right? These are all crooks. These guys are helping cover up treason right before our eyes. Do you agree with me? Thumbs up. If you disagree with me, you give me that angry face and you show me that I'm wrong. I want to open it up. I want to hear from you. Tim says he's so afraid. He knows he's caught. Sandra says release the memo. No talkie. Kara says media still wears D-pads for the left and don't even try to hide it anymore. This battle for the future, our republic, is winner take all. Ricky says lock them up. Eric says this could be the start of the end of the Democrats. Denise says you are exactly right. Joanne says I can't wait till this memo comes out. Sherry says yep, they want illegals. Go live in another country. Okay, I'm going to play more of this video in just a second. But remember, the idea of what they're saying is to get you to feel sorry for them, or angry at Trump. Because to them, Trump is Satan. Trump is Hitler. And if they can get you or the people that don't pay a lot of attention, if they can get them to feel like Trump is evil, then all of this is okay because it's only they're doing it for the right reasons. That's the goal here. Lying and changing the direction, okay? But they're stuck. So let's watch more here.
The majority expressed a concern that something in the minority memoranda or otherwise could compromise sources and methods, and for exactly that reason, we asked that both memoranda be vetted by the FBI and the Department of Justice.
Okay, how can you have the two bodies that are culpable of this, except for the Obama administration itself, except for the executive branch? The only thing left, they left out the executive branch. How can you have the guys that have committed the crime write up and tell you what they think happened? Okay? This is wrong, and they know it. They know it. But they think you're too stupid, and they think the American people are so dumb that you're going to buy this BS. Do not buy it.
But that was voted down. I spoke with the director of the FBI earlier this afternoon. He expressed his strong interest in being able to brief our committee prior to any release of these materials about concerns that the Bureau and the Department have. I relayed that interest by the director of the FBI, a appointee of President Trump, to this committee, but that was unavailing. They were not willing to meet with the director of the FBI to hear the Bureau's concerns or the Department's concerns.
Because what the Bureau's concerns are is that a few bad apples at the top thought that they could commit a coup d'etat on the American people, making sure somebody that they didn't like wouldn't be president of the United States because he was calling them out beforehand. And what the director is going to say is, listen, we don't want the American people disrespecting the FBI. And I agree. I do. And I don't want the American people disrespecting the Department of Justice. See, there's the difference. It's not the FBI, and it's not the Department of Justice. It's people, dirty, nasty, scummy, douchebaggy, evil people inside those organizations that care all about politics and not about why they are there doing their job. So again, one of the manipulations is going to be, you can't go after the FBI. That's a good organization. And that organization has saved America time and time again, so shame on you for going after the FBI is what they'll say. We're not going after the FBI, and here's our fight back. We're not going after the FBI. We're going after the crooks inside the FBI, and we know the crooks are there, and we're going to weed them all out, just like when the Obama administration weaponized the IRS against people, weaponized the DOJ against people, weaponized the FBI against American people. It was shameful, and they should have gone down back then. Deidre says it's time to clean up the FBI and the Department of Justice. Beverly says you earn respect, not demand it. Tom says Hillary has the devil inside. Rolly says, oh, yes, sir. Testify, Rusty. I'm testifying. David said if they had something on the president, they would have already let it out at the expense of the people. Oh, of course. That would have leaked a long time ago. Remember, Democrats, again, I love this whole thing. Oh, we're going to go by the rules. You Democrats never go by the rules, ever. And again, let's be honest about something else. I'm not talking about everyday, hard-working folks that are Democrats. People that think the Democrat Party's out looking out for the little guy. People that have been told their whole lives that, well, the Democrats care about the little guy and the Republicans care about corporations. It's a lie. Okay? But there are many, many, many millions of Americans who vote Democrat because that's what they've been told. And they've bought the lie, and they've got other things going on in their lives, and they haven't had the time or the effort like you do, like you're putting in the effort right now to learn the truth. They haven't done that. I wish they would, but I don't hate them for it. But maybe this will wake them up. The problem is the Democrats are going to continue to lie. And they're going to continue to say things that aren't true to try to manipulate the American people, especially those ones that pay more attention to the Grammys and to the Kardashians than they do about this traitorous administration that was the Obamas and, thank God, not the Clintons. Let's continue with this joke of a press conference from the Democrats just a couple hours ago.
Instead, they voted against allowing their own members, as well as the members of the broader House of Representatives, to be briefed by the Department of Justice and FBI on these memoranda. Finally, I moved that.
Hold on. I want to stop just for a second because I want to point out Mary Lou Guadalajara Rees. Mary Lou, I want to talk to you in particular. Okay? Just I want to take a minute here for a second. Mary Lou says, your talk show is blah, blah. Mary Lou, I don't know if you're just stupid or uninformed. I don't know what your politics are. And you don't have to like me. But there is absolutely nothing that I have said tonight that is nothing but important to the nth degree for our republic. We are watching the destruction of our republic caused by the Democrat Party, paid for by Hillary Clinton, covered up by the FBI, and protected by the Department of Justice. And you think this is just blah, blah? Listen, I know the Kardashians have great clothes, okay? I understand. I get it that you think that Jay-Z was just awesome last night. Good for you. Now, please do me a favor. Never vote. Ever. Ever. You have no business being around a ballot box. What's her name again? Mary Lou. Mary Lou Guadalajara Reyes. You have no business around a voting booth at all. Matter of fact, if any time any political thing comes on TV, I'm sure you do turn it off, but now you must. I think we should pass a law that people that are as stupid as Mary Lou should be kept in the dark at all times and never have a chance to vote, because our country can't afford to have dummies like you having anything to do with the political process. That's what I think. Okay. Claire says, let's hope that this wakes him up, Rusty. I like it when you get wound up. Keep going. Thank you. Spot on. Oh, too true. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Thank you all for your support. CA is in Miami. Tim says we are taking back America. Renee says, ouch! LOL. Thank you. Amen. Thumbs ups. Eric says, stop name calling. Oh, I'm not name calling. I'm pointing out a fact. If you think that the Democrat Party and their covering up of treason, their covering up of trying to commit a coup d'etat, of stealing an election, if you think that's okay and that's just blah, 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 really, cartoons is where you should stop. That's it. You should have the Cartoon Network and that's it. I'm just saying. All right, let's continue with the lying from the Democrat Party. Here we go.
That if the majority was going to release their memoranda publicly, that they release the minority views as well, that they be released jointly. And the majority, on a party line basis, voted against both memoranda being released to the public.
Of course, because if you're going to put out one that's true and one that's a complete lie. Okay, let's go back. By the way, have you shared the video? Have you shared the video tonight? This is too important. You got to share the video. Don't let Facebook put an algorithm on this thing so people don't see it. You got to share it. You got to share it. You got to share it right now. You got to share it on Facebook. You got to share it on Twitter. You got to follow me on the Hear Me Out app. This is too important, my friend. It's too important. These people are too evil. Please share this video right now. Share it, share it, share it. Oh, but Rusty, it's not that important. It is. I'm telling you. All of my political posts for a couple of years disappeared on Friday on the book. And not on just one page. 3 or 4. Disappeared. They ain't know nothing. And if I disappear from this page, I'm here every night, 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. in the West. If I'm not here tomorrow, the next night, tomorrow's the State of the Union address, by the way. And we're going to be doing some cool stuff on Liberty One TV. If you've been to liberty1tv.com, signed up, do that. But I'm telling you, if you don't follow me on the Hear Me Out app, you're going to allow them to try to silence us. So please, will you please do that now on your smartphone? Download the Hear Me Out app. It won't cost you anything. And when you sign up, find me, Rusty Humphries, type in hashtag Rusty. You'll find me and follow me. And then you put up a message. I'll follow you too. Okay. Steven says, we don't need to insult those who disagree with us. When we do that, we are stooping to their level. We beat them by showing them that we ain't like what we are. We hit them with facts. Remember, most are simply looking for attention. Steven, I appreciate your point of view. And at nearly any other time in American history, you would be correct. The problem is that we are now dealing with a culture that is almost entirely run by emotion. And Republicans like you, and you've got the best of intentions, you do. You want to just give facts and figures. And when you do that, that's like hitting the snooze button and most people turn the dial. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's what happens. So if you do not explain what's happening and do it with some emotion, you lose the argument. Sorry, I wish it wasn't that way. There was something else I was going to tell you that was important. Lynn says, release the memo. What are you, a Russian? See, that was the other one, Democrats. Democrats picked the Russians because they needed a boogeyman. They didn't want to have anybody of a different color. And it's easy to scare people on Russians. Okay? Here's your facts. Did you share? You shared. No trolls. Richard thinks Donald Trump is the best president in U.S. history ever. I don't know about that. He's good. All right. Joe says, Rusty, I have had a Facebook call, a liked comment I made on your show get dismissed as spam. I am not okay with what do you think? That's exactly what's happening. Again, they are trying to censor the comments. If they don't like it, oh, it's spam. Oh, it's fake news. No, it's not fake news. We've been telling you people for over a year, something stinks in the Department of Justice. We've been telling you for 8 years, since Fast and Furious and Eric Holder, something's wrong there. And they didn't want to hear it, and they laughed, and they Republicans are a bunch of conspiracy theorists. No, we smelled it. We saw it when the IRS was weaponized to go after the Tea Party people. We've seen it. We've watched it. And then we've watched what the Facebook and the Twitter and all those guys have done too. So again, follow me in the Hear Me Out app. Download it now. God forbid I get kicked off this. All right. Let's go back to a little bit more of the Democrats lying to you here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. Oh, by the way, have you found my podcast too? Rusty Humphries Rebellion. Just go to iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, wherever there's a good, wherever you get podcasts. You just download it to your phone too and listen to it. It's free every day. And have you checked out my book? He's trying to sell stuff. Of course I'm trying to sell stuff. I'm not a communist. I'm not a socialist. I'm a capitalist. I'm trying to feed my family. And so I've got a very inexpensive, good book for you that should be about $100 because it's so chock full of good stuff and it's entertaining. It's called 7 Ways to Win Political Debates with Your Liberal Family and Friends and Still Keep Them as Family and Friends. And it's endorsed by the lovely Stacey Dash. And it's endorsed by the brilliant Ben Shapiro and Scotty Nell Hughes and a bunch of folks. Evan Sayet. And anyway, it's available at Amazon. Amazon, you can get either paperback, download it right away on Kindle, or you can listen to the audiobook, which I read just for you on Amazon or Audible. Okay? Thomas can't hear the broadcast. I don't know, Thomas. Click the speaker. Click the speaker. All right, let's go back to the lying, cheating, scheming, traitorous Democrats. Here we go.
They then took up their own memoranda and voted it out to make public. We had a separate vote on the minority memoranda, and the majority voted against allowing the public to see the minority memoranda.
Well, why? I mean, again, if you want to make something up, You know, Hollywood's got movies. You got all kinds of stuff. Believe me, they're going to leak this memo. Believe me, it's going to be full of crap. Oh, nobody did nothing. Obama ain't know nothing. Trump is evil. It's the Russians. Terry says, Rusty, the program keeps breaking up. Watching from Mississippi. I don't know. I'm doing the best I can. All I can do is send it out. I can't fix your internet. Sorry. Linda says, FB will block you. They fix your account so you can't share. Rusty, I hope they don't start blocking you. Dennis Michael Lynch has had so much trouble with that. Yep. Theo says emotions are not an argument. No, they're not. But again, the Democrats are masters at manipulating emotions. And the only way to fight that back is by understanding what they do and fight fire with fire. Okay? Rowley says the feed has been perfect so far as in New York. Thank you. Brenda says, I couldn't find Jermaine Bastillo for a few days. Facebook jail. First time listening to you. Thanks for you guys getting the real story out. Our pleasure, Brenda. Thank you very much. Tony says, we're coming in strong in Springfield. Thank you. All right, let's do a little bit more of this Democrat stuff. Here we go.
The release the memo crowd apparently doesn't want to release the memo now.
Okay, there's the line. There's the line. The release the memo crowd doesn't want to release the memo. No, we want the real memo, not the fake memo. Just like we wanted Obama's real birth certificate, not a fake one. But sorry, don't bring that one up either. So that's what you're going to hear. Where's the real memo? How come Republicans didn't want to put that out? Right? We don't want to put it out because it was baloney, because it was written afterwards. We want the stuff that was written when you didn't know what was going to happen with it. Okay? Liars. What a bunch of... All right, let me do a couple little check-ins here. Sandy is there in Colorado. Carol thinks they all look like deer in the headlights. Let's see here. Gregory's in Houston. Sonia thinks another civil war is coming to America. I really hope not. I really, really do. I hope not. Linda says, Linda's in Louisville, Kentucky. Samuel says, is it the FBI or the KGB? Looks same to me. Diane says, release the memo. Where's the Democrat transparency? Sandy says, this has been going on as long as I can remember, between Democrats and Republicans. Wherever there is politics, there is corruption. Everyone wants to put the blame on each other instead of owning up to their mistakes. Every time you get a good president, they want to get rid of him. Never give them a chance just to get rid of him. Elise is in Arizona. All right, here's the thing. They didn't give Trump a chance for 1 minute. From the second he was elected, all corruption, all Russia. Before he got inaugurated. The day he got inaugurated, they've been calling for his impeachment since before he got into office. This has been wrong. It's been unfair. It's been criminal, and it's been an attempted coup d'etat. And it is time that we stand up against these people and point it out. Point it out. Normally, I wouldn't spend the whole time on one topic. Lots of things I could talk about. But there is nothing more important than what they are doing right now. This is... I'm trying to think of something I've heard of worse in our country's history, and I can't think of it. I can't think of a political thing that is as dirty and as wrong and appearingly going as high up as this one. They tried to mess with your elections, guys. It wasn't the Russians. It was Obama. Hillary Clinton paid for this. Don't be fooled by these people's spin. And under the Clinton administration, when Bill was the president, wasn't that spin great? We all know he's lying, but that spin was fabulous. No, it was a lie. Just like these guys are doing, they're lying to you and they're trying to get themselves out of it. By the way, notice there's no real big Democrats here, they're all hiding. And, one thing I do want to applaud the Democrat Party on. There's one thing. I love that you're going to have Maxine Waters speak after Donald Trump in the State of the Union speech. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for putting Maxine Waters out there. That's what we need the American people to see. Crazy on display. We want to see the nutcases out there, the true leaders of the Democrat Party exposing themselves to the American people. That's what we need to see. All right, let's continue.
The most they would do is say that at some indeterminate point, a week or so from now, they would consider whether to release the minority memo.
I wouldn't release it for 1 second.
We raised, of course, the transparently political objective behind this, which is to allow the majority to set a certain narrative for a week or so before they released a full statement of the facts from them.
You lying sack. No, really, Adam Schiff, you are a lying sack. You are a piece of garbage. Really, a piece of garbage. Out there trying to pretend that, we, the Democrats, we are not doing anything political here. No. We just want to get the truth out. We just care about the truth because we love the people, the stupid people. We love them. We want to spoon feed them. That's what Democrats think about you. These people are insane. Oh, I like that. He says Mad Max will be funny tomorrow. Mad Max, I like that. This is all lie. Again, let me quickly go back to what has been happening for the past few years successfully by the left to the right. Okay? If you went to college, you probably studied this. I've studied it quite intensively. It's called the Hegelian dialectic. Hegel was a philosopher, a psychologist. Germany, 1800s. And what he believed was how you can defeat somebody in an argument. You throw out a accusation, a big accusation. You're a racist. Thesis. Antithesis. I'm not a racist. Yes, you're a racist. You support building the wall, and because you support building the wall, you're a racist, and you need to be taken down. And we're going to go, and we're going to chant, and we're going to yell, and we're going to go to your house, and we're going to prove that you're a racist, and you're a racist, and you need to be stopped. You racist? Well, I'm not racist. I'm not racist. And the harder the thesis is, the more strongly pronounced the thesis is, it is harder for the antithesis to overtake the thesis. Okay? And so the Democrats, you'll keep yelling and screaming, you're racist, 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 racist. Or homophobe, or whatever the charge is. To get them to stop, you accept the thesis. I'm not a racist. And to prove I'm not a racist, I'll support a bill that doesn't build the wall. And that's when the left overtakes the right. And you see this Hegelian dialectic happen over and over and over again. Trump is one of the few guys that gets it and fights back. Most Democrats cave. Most Republicans cave. And the Democrats continue to use this tactic over and over and over again because it works. And the American people buy it. And the politicians fall for it. And we have to stop. We have to understand their tactics. It's not just Saul Alinsky. Saul Alinsky was good, but it wasn't the only tactics. So we have to understand them, explain them, and stop them. All right. Somebody said something that was funny. Let me see. Carol Simpson said something funny. What was funny? I'm going back. What was it? Carol says, I wonder if next year's Grammys they'll have Chelsea reading Nana Goes to Prison. That's pretty good. All right, that's good. All right, Roger says, Rusty, thanks, buddy. Watch your back. Thanks for standing up. Sonia says, if I'm not mistaken, the term racist was coined by Trotsky as a means of subversion. Probably. Linda says, I wish they would take racist and delete it from the vocabulary. Jimmy says, God bless you and our president. No, it's God bless all of us. All of us who are watching this program. If you shared the video, did you share it to all your friends? Have you given us some thumbs ups? Have you commented? Your engagement means everything. Have you downloaded the Hear Me Out app? That is more important than you can understand. Having another way for us to communicate should the major social media companies shut us off. And they are doing it. You know they're doing it. I know they're doing it. You saw the video piece from James O'Keefe on Twitter. This stuff needs to stop, and we have to have other ways of communicating. So please follow me on the Hear Me Out app. When you follow me, do a record. And it's, what is it? It's Twitter, but you talk and you get 41 seconds. They're short messages. Okay? Type in hashtag Rusty when you record something, and I'll listen to it. I'll try to follow you. So it is very important that we do this, and we do it now. Okay? Donna says, let's see, Francis says, it's time we begin treason charges and lock these folks up before they do unimaginable damage to our nation. This is inexcusable. You are correct, Francis. Donna says, Lord save us from Chelsea trying to take her crooked mother and father's place at any time in the future. It's a crime family. Evelina says, God bless us all. Lives matter. United we stand. Yes. Parish says, Democrats are the most corrupted. Put them in jail. Eric, Obama, Hillary, Loretta, Comey, and Mueller, put them all in jail. Okay. Tomorrow's the State of the Union address. What does Trump have to do? What Trump has to do is give a speech that seems sane. His delivery has to be presidential, and he has to look like a leader. Remember, Obama said nothing. He said nothing. And in State of the Union addresses, he just made stuff up. Well, State of the Union, our country's doing better than it's ever been before. Matter of fact, I think I'm a better president than George Washington. We had 14 million rainbows, puppies, unicorns. And it didn't matter what he said. It was the delivery. Isn't Obama cool? Isn't he wonderful? And you go, he didn't say anything. Trump needs to not say anything. What, Rusty? What? He's got an opportunity here. And the opportunity is to turn the people who have been brainwashed by the left and bring them back in. Doesn't matter what he says because they don't listen. They're looking for headlines and quotes. Give them to them. Give them headlines and give them quotes. And yes, we'll help the dreamers. We want 1.8 million. We'll do 2 million dreamers. How about 5 million dreamers? We'll do them. We got to build the wall first. Once we build the wall, then the dreamers will make it easy on them. No, they want to pay back taxes because they don't have any. But they won't ever be able to vote. Oh, you don't like it? Then get the hell out. Well, it's the only country I know. It's not our fault your parents were criminals. It's not our fault that your parents knew what they were doing, illegally brought you across the border or sent you across the border. They were legally responsible for you. He can't say it that way, though. I'll say it. Play the game. See, the reason why America is scared of Donald Trump is because he seems mean to them. Remember, most liberals are the most sissified, wussified, candy-ass men on the planet. They wear, hair buns and stuff. They're eating Tide Pods. And illegal immigrants are okay in California, but if you offer a straw, they want to put you in jail or something. That's the latest. This is how crazy it's getting. So we have to play the game. Oh, yeah. Because we know the Democrats won't give in. And then Trump will be able to say, I said 3 million you could stay. Now, not every, your mom, your dad, your cousin, your sister, your dog, your cat, not that. But you can stay. Oh, and the other one is at least one citizen has to be a parent if you drop your kid off and plop it out in America. No more anchor babies. Done. I think the American people would say, okay. I think even illegal immigrants of the past would go, yeah, the anchor baby thing, that's not right. That's not fair. So it's simple. One parent's a citizen. You can be a citizen. One parent. I mean, we got people coming in from China, all over the world. Just come over here, drop your kid, plop it out. Now you got an American citizen. Now you could come. I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, who does this? The Bill of Rights is not a suicide pact. Okay? We got to use our heads. I believe President Trump is. I believe the Democrats are using their heads too, but for evil. And when I say evil, I believe they're doing it for their own good and not the good of the American people. So do me a favor. Please follow me in the Hear Me Out app. Hear Me Out. Hear Me Out app. Download it. It's free. Do it on your phone. They don't have anything for the computer. It's just for your phone. Follow me, Rusty. #Rusty on Hear Me Out. I'll give you funny stuff, interesting stuff. I went and bought a box of Girl Scout cookies. Those Girl Scouts, they scare me. That was one of the ones they did. Anyway, politics. But if I start being censored, and they really started on me this weekend, the only place you might be able to find me is the Hear Me Out app or at Liberty One TV. That's another place you've got to go. Because the social media companies are trying to dumb you down. They're trying to lie to you. Help me beat them. Please, share this video. Share it right now. Tell people this is the truth. You need to hear it, my friends. Let them know how important this is. Tomorrow, State of the Union address, I think I'll be here. We're going to do some cool stuff at liberty1tv.com as well, and on some of these Facebook pages. So please check it out. Follow me on Hear Me Out. Find my podcast, The Rusty Humphries Rebellion, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, other places you can get great podcasts, and my book. It's available. 7 Ways to Win Political Debates, your liberal family and friends, and still keep them as family and friends, written by me, Rusty Humphries, and it's only available on Amazon. Paperback, Kindle, and the audio version. May God bless you, and may God bless America. My name is Rusty Humphries, and this is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.